Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive. We've got a really cool one for you today.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one.
We're going to be exploring Wikipedia, but
It.
there's a twist.
Always a twist.
There is always a twist. We're going to be looking at it through the lens of a poem called The Eternal Library.
Yeah, so it's like we're not just browsing Wikipedia, we're kind of dissecting it.
We're going deep.
Yeah, like looking at its DNA under a microscope or something.
That's a great way to put it. All right, so The Eternal Library. Right off the bat, I was struck by how this poem practically worships Wikipedia.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like it's some kind of sacred shrine.
It calls it a beacon, a home for all knowledge seekers. Like, whoa, that's pretty intense, don't you think?
It is. It is. It's easy to take Wikipedia for granted these days.
Totally. We all use it like every day.
Right. Like it's just there. But this poem reminds us of this kind of idealistic vision behind it.
This dream of like universal access to knowledge.
Exactly. No K-walls, no gatekeepers, just a vast ocean of information open to everybody.
And that's got to resonate with you, right? As someone who's always trying to learn efficiently.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's the beauty of Wikipedia. It just cuts through the noise and gives you the information you need right now.
And the poem even talks about how Wikipedia got there. It mentions the shift from Nupedia to Wikipedia, which I found interesting.
Yeah, that transition is super important.
Can you break that down for us? Like, what happened there?
Okay, so picture Nupedia. It was like this super strict academic encyclopedia.
Like super serious.
Super serious. Like you needed a PhD to even edit an article.
Oh, wow.
All these peer reviews, really slow process.
So basically reliable, but like probably took forever to update.
Exactly. And that's where Wikipedia comes in. It adopts this radical new model, the wiki model. It's like, okay, anybody can contribute.
Anybody can edit.
It's like a free-for-all.
Which is kind of mind-blowing considering how massive and influential Wikipedia has become, right?
Right. So it was a gamble, but it paid off because suddenly knowledge was flowing freely. It was constantly being updated.
So it's like they traded a bit of accuracy for speed.
Yeah, you could say that. It became less about being perfectly polished.
And more about like being comprehensive and up to date.
And that, I think, is really relevant to you as a learner, right? Because it means you have access to a wider range of information.
Even if it means you have to be a little bit more critical of what you read.
Yeah, exactly. You got to use those critical thinking skills.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so this poem paints this really vivid picture of Wikipedia as a global tapestry of knowledge.
I love that part.
With lines like countless minds its pages gain and every culture's song was sung. It really captures the scope.
Yeah, it really does, right?
Yeah.
It's like this giant collaborative project.
Although I'm not sure how many actual songs are on Wikipedia.
Probably not enough for a full concert.
Probably not. But it's this idea, right, that it's this vast collection of human knowledge spanning across time and cultures.
Right. And speaking of time, the poem even talks about Wikipedia as a time machine.
Whoa, a time machine.
Yeah. It connects the past, present, and future. You can be reading about Kepler's laws and then jump to modern space exploration.
You can go from ancient philosophy to, like, cutting-edge science in just a few clicks.
And that's what makes it so cool, right?
Yeah, that's a great point. I've never thought of it that way.
Right. It's not just a static encyclopedia. It's constantly evolving.
Like this living document.
Yeah, and we're all part of that evolution as we contribute to it, right?
Exactly. And that ties into what the poem says about Wikipedia's role in education, calling it a quiet guide. It shapes how we learn and understand the world.
Yeah, it's like this constant companion on our learning journey.
Which is pretty amazing, but it also raises some questions, right?
Yeah.
Because the poem also acknowledges the dark side of Wikipedia, so to speak.
It does. It does. It talks about the trials of trust, the battle against misinformation.
It mentions biases weight and darkened seeds finding their way in.
And that's the reality, right? Wikipedia is not perfect.
So it makes you wonder, like, can we really trust everything we read on Wikipedia?
Well, not blindly. That's the takeaway for me. You have to be a critical reader.
Verify information, cross-check sources.
Look at the edit history, all that good stuff.
So basically be an active participant, not just a passive consumer.
Exactly. And the cool thing is, the poem highlights that we as users have the power to make Wikipedia better.
Like it says, for every flaw, 10 minds repair.
That's the power of a collective, For every mistake, there are people out there working to fix it.
We can flag problematic content, add sources, even edit articles ourselves.
Exactly. It's a collaborative effort to make this knowledge base as reliable as possible.
And it's inspiring to see how many people are dedicated to that.
It really is. And that's what this poem ultimately celebrates, right? It's a testament to this shared human pursuit of knowledge.
It's this idea that despite our differences, we can come together to build something incredible.
Yeah, something that transcends borders and backgrounds.
And the poem ends on this really thought-provoking note, calling Wikipedia a legacy beyond the stars.
I love that line. It really makes you wonder, what's next for information? How will learning evolve as this eternal library continues to grow?
That's a big question. So to all of you listening out there, keep exploring, keep learning, and who knows, maybe you'll be part of shaping this legacy beyond the stars.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone.
And be sure to keep an eye out for our next episode, where we'll be tackling another fascinating topic.
See ya!
See you then.